I would be thinking about you as I was recovering.
Yeah, that's
On game controllers. Here, there's app library and widgets on your home screen.
I know we talked about gaining weight and how to properly eat to do so. But what
Mhm.
about people that want to lose weight? I know what kinds of foods should people look at when they want to lose weight instead of trying to gain weight?
I'd say it's more of the same that we've talked about,
Mm,
but looking especially at portion sizes. So the foods that I would recommend, thinking again about especially fruits, vegetables, whole grains, are lean meats, incorporating some dairy in there too to kind of make sure we're getting those nutrients like our vitamin D and our calcium.
right.
I think that those nutrients and the things found in those are things that I would recommend to anybody, whether they're trying to gain weight or lose weight, but it's probably a question of whether we're eating more or less of them when we talk about gaining and losing. Now, things that I would encourage, especially for an individual who is trying to lose weight, I'd make sure that they're getting enough protein in. Protein will make sure within your body that you feel satiated. So if I feel satiated after I consume a meal, generally what that means is that my body feels satisfied in a sense, and I'm less likely to be hungry within an hour or two. It curbs hunger for longer if I feel satiated. So protein is one of the nutrients that we know that does do that. So taking that with a grain of salt with some of the other things that I've mentioned with protein earlier, that's one of the roles protein does play. I think it's super important. I think it's important for the individual who's trying to lose weight, especially because otherwise your body starts to tear down muscle too. You don't want to lose a lot of that lean tissue that helps your metabolism, but you want to maintain that. And so making sure you have adequate protein is important for the person trying to lose weight. And then I'd say fiber, and fiber is going to be found within our carbohydrates, our fruits and vegetables, and our whole
No
grains
oatmeal.
especially. Oatmeal is a great one that has fiber in it. Fiber does the same thing as protein, helps satiate us and helps us feel fuller and not crave things as early on as if we consume something that's high in fat. We might be hungry. You know, you've gone to a fast food restaurant before and ordered something, and then like an hour or two, you're hungry again because it doesn't make you feel satisfied in the same way. Now, you could have that greasy food like, oh, I just feel kind of sick. I don't really want to
Yeah.
eat. That's different than feeling satiated. So that's a different thing going on in the body, and the body having a hard time processing what you ate. So that can happen after an example like fast food, but it can, the good kind of like, my body has what it needs and I won't need to eat for a little bit longer as opposed to, you know, like an hour or two from now, comes from things like protein and fiber. And so same foods, especially thinking about protein and fiber, but maybe less of them than the person who is trying to gain weight.
Definitely, definitely. And as I pointed to earlier, like you said, fiber, great source, as you said, to keep yourself full throughout the day. Because I think there's a lot of people, as you said, that could be a problem sometimes where they eat something, but like an hour or two later, they'll get hungry again. But usually, and that's people get on me about this because I usually eat about at least 4 hours a day, like each 4 hours. But
Mhm.
if you eat like satiated foods, as you said, like fibers, it'll keep you hungry throughout that time till you won't get hungry again until about 4 hours or so later.